Terrence Bud Crawford said in a recent interview that this fight will sell itself. Joan Turner. I just want to address something from Joan Turner. I see something in the chat real quick. Joan Turner. Have you noticed how Marty never addresses me or my questions? Joan Turner, I don't really recall seeing you in the chat before tonight. But I will say this, Joan Turner. If you had any questions, hold up. Let's do this right now. Y'all know how Manager Marty is. Hold on. I know I show my face when I want to say something. Joan Turner. You know the link was pinned to the chat, Joan Turner. I flew a kite in the chat. So whatever questions that you wanted to address to me, you could have clicked the link and came on like the other Bud Crawford fans did. But you chose not to. You chose not to come and hit the link. So why are you in the chat trying to cause a riot when you had ample opportunity to come on here live and live in color? And you should have took the opportunity to do it. So Joan Turner, I don't know why you're saying that I'm ducking you or I'm purposely not trying to answer your question or address you, but you could have got all your questions answered if you would have just bing, click the link. Right? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand you saying, you know what? Let's do this. Joan Turner, come on up. Link still up. I'm still gonna get to the main event, y'all. We gonna get to it. Come on up, Joan Turner. Link is still pinned up to the. Link still pinned to the chat, to the top and all that, right? Come on in. You ask your questions right now. Come on in. Joan Turner, come on in. You said I'm here in the chat. You said I'm here. That's Dahlia. Let me try and pull his joint or her joint up. Hold up. It's not letting me say I'm here. Okay, it's not letting me pull you up. Good. Come on up. Link in the chat. Just come on up. That's all. Just come on up. Because you stopping the show. We're going to give you a little platform. Come on up. Let me put these on. Right here. Get studios for a minute. Come on up, John. You get opportunity right now. Louis Jackson, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate it, brother. And thank you for engaging in the chat. He just told me he's a new subscriber. Thank you so much. This channel is about providing education and entertainment. Hey, Joan, the link is up there. Come on and hit the link and come on up. We need answers. Come on up, Joan. I'm here. Just start. Where? You said I'm here. Just start. Where you at? I'm looking where it say guests. I'm in the back office. I don't see no guests back there. Hit the link. Come on. Let me hold on for a minute. Well, in the Matrix is a new subscriber to the channel. Salute to you as well for being a new subscriber to the channel. This is what we do. So glad to have you. Come on up, Joan. Not gonna come? All right, well, then all that talking for then. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be in the chat, in the comments section, saying all this crazy stuff. I'm giving you opportunity. Come on through. Come on through. Oh, they already telling me in the chat you ain't doing nothing. All right. Take these back off. You ain't doing nothing. I see my people in the chat. Salute to my family in the chat. They telling me you playing. You don't want no smoke. That's all. I thought you really wanted some. You know what I mean? Go ahead. You don't want no work. You playing. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. Now, Bud Crawford said that this fight will sell itself. I'm here to tell you that This fight will not. In fact, this fight won't sell itself. This fight won't sell itself. It just won't. Bud Crawford has to sell this fight. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence has to sell this fight. The promotion, they have to sell this fight. The YouTube boxing community has to sell this fight. This fight does not sell itself. It doesn't. And the reason why Bud Crawford said that is because he was asked a question by the interviewer regarding the head-to-head competition that this fight on July 29th is going to have with a UFC pay-per-view event. UFC pay-per-view event. And I'm going to tell you something. UFC does very, very well with selling pay-per-views. They have a great, and huge, when I say great, I mean huge. They have a colossal fan base that's very dedicated and committed to purchasing their pay-per-views. So this fight is going to go head-to-head. This fight, meaning Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr., is going to go head-to-head on the same night, don't know exactly what time, with Crawford Spence. Crawford Spence is going head-to-head with a UFC pay-per-view on July 29th, if they fight, right? But Bud Crawford is saying this fight sells itself. This fight does not. Just the fact that you have another audience that's going to be tuned into a different pay-per-view that this promotion is going head-to-head with, that's one reason why this fight cannot and won't sell itself. Because you have to galvanize the buying public to believe that this fight is as equally or as more important than the competition that night, which is the UFC pay-per-view card. And we know that controversy creates what? Cash. Didn't I say that? So with that being said, the press conference cannot be dull. We know that Errol Spence Jr., he sit back and he kind of relaxes, right? We know that Terrence Bud Crawford, he sit back and he relaxes. Well, the multi-city press tour can't be like that. When they go to New York, they got to turn up on each other. When they go to LA, they got to turn up on each other. I don't know where else they're going. They probably travel down south somewhere too. Wherever they go, they're going to have to turn up because this fight won't sell itself. This is not a situation where this fight is on autopilot. We don't even know who the undercards are right now. That's going to help sell this fight. That's what's going to help sell the fight, having a stacked undercard. And it don't have to be all champions on the undercard, right? But it has to be fighters who draw not just a small fan base, but that draw marketing powers. Because if you have an undercard that's not really good and you're expecting people to pay the amount of money that they're going to charge, not just only for pay-per-view, but also for the live gate, you're going to have a competitive undercard in this fight. Because I got a feeling that this fight is going to be charged more than they did Garcia and Tank. Just my personal opinion. I think that this fight is going to cost the buying public over $85. Because I think Tank and them was $85, right? This might be $90 and up. It's possible. I can project that based on Spence and Crawford. This is a fight that has been brewing for a long time. However, that's not enough to galvanize the public to automatically buy this fight. This is not an autopilot promotion. Both of these two athletes, both of these two world champions are going to have to sell this fight. This fight won't sell itself. No fight in the history of boxing of this magnitude, particularly in this division, sold itself. Leonard, Hagler, which is what they're comparing this to, Hearns, Hagler, Hearns, Duran, Leonard, Hagler, Leonard Duran, etc. They was talking greasy to each other at the press conference. They was doing certain things to build and promote the fight. So if Terrence Bud Crawford thinks that all him and Spence is going to have to do is sit back at a press conference and be quiet and be cordial and be, not disrespectful, but respectful to a point where it's like happy-go-lucky, we besties and all that, kissing and hugging and cuckoo and he, it ain't going to happen. The same way Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather fought. Floyd recognized that he couldn't do like he usually do. And that is being professional and just chilling. When he was going against the Golden Boy, he knew that Oscar De La Hoya was going to be calm and relaxed. So he had to go in there and be what they call the bad guy. One of these guys is going to have to be the bad guy at these press conferences, in the media, to galvanize fans to buy this fight. And one other important factor that I'm going to bring up is the fact that we've already bought pay-per-views from January to now. January, pay-per-view was bought. Hector Garcia versus who? Tank Davis. Next pay-per-view was what? Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. Next pay-per-view, literally a month after that, Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. And now here we look, another pay-per-view. Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. And nearly in 2 months, allegedly, we're going to have to buy another pay-per-view in Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. We're talking business now, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew. We spent a lot of money this year just watching pay-per-view fights. I'm not even talking about DAZN and subscribing to the fights that was on DAZN for a nominal fee. So, I'm just saying that we spent a lot of money on boxing from January to now within 6 months. So with that being said, this promotion is not going to be on autopilot. Both of these fighters are going to have to sell this fight. Hardcore boxing fans, yes, we want to see this fight. Yes, we've been craving for this fight for years. Yes, some of us believe the fight should have been happened, blasey. But we're talking about casual fans. The tickets for this fight, from what I've seen, is about over $10,000 on the floor, all the way up to the nosebleed. And when I say nosebleed, I'm talking about runny nosebleed. All the way up is nothing less than $1,000 sitting all the way up the top of it. So with that being said, you can already gauge to see what the price point is going to be like, even on pay-per-view. They got to build a good undercard. This fight is not going to sell itself. You need an action-packed undercard that's going to galvanize the boxing public to buy not just this fight, but that whole card, and justify charging the amount of money that they're charging live gate and even on pay-per-view. And you have two fighters who have a more calm, relaxed demeanor in front of the media. That cannot happen this time around. They have to sell this fight. This fight won't sell itself. And the fact that Crawford believes that, and I'm not criticizing the guy, but we got to keep it 100. Not on this part, I'm not criticizing. Don't understand business promotion. Don't understand boxing promotion. To think that there's not a marketing budget that has to be invested in building this fight and promoting it. This fight is not a fight that can be just on autopilot. They are going to have to sell this fight. Think about it. The money that Showtime is going to have to invest in the programming, in the production, in the crew, in the product, in the post-editing, when we talk about all access with both of these fighters. See, y'all not looking at that. They have to invest money and pay for all of those expenses I just said and even more. Equipment, don't forget about that. Okay? So if they're going to invest all this money to produce and publish content that's going to highlight these fighters in the interim of promoting this fight don't sell itself. Money is injected into a budget to market this fight. And so what I'm basically saying is, see, you think I'm talking about ticket sales. I mean, listen, everybody want to see a good fight. So the people will show up. That's cool. But I'm talking about the pay-per-view audience. I keep telling y'all that there's a difference between a pay-per-view audience and a regular stream audience. Terrence Bud Crawford does really well on regular ESPN. His history proves that. But when he goes on the ESPN plus side on the pay-per-view, he don't sell well. That's because there's two different audiences. So that's what I keep trying to educate you all on. You know what I mean?